How's it going, everybody? This video is a little bit different from what I usually do. It's not so much of a tutorial as just a bit of a closer look at a specific aspect of the style that I've been working on. I don't really have a name for it, but it's characterized by rotating the safe handle behind the hand using the first finger and pinky to guide the movement of the knife. Sometimes I use my thumb for fleeting moments to initiate spins, but for the most part, the thumb is completely absent from the trick, at least in terms of driving the movement. I tend to exaggerate the outward position of my thumb away from the trick, mostly for aesthetic purposes, as I like the way it looks. But most of the tricks that don't use the thumb revolve around finger-to-finger spinning, rather than a solid hold in the handle from an alternate position. You can do the inverse of this trick by holding the bite handle in the same orientation, but just be forewarned, the clasp has a propensity to get caught while you're spinning the knife, and due to the cramped positioning of the handle, you're really likely to cut yourself up, sometimes pretty good, particularly if you got a balisong with a serrated edge on the lower part of the blade like I do. This style wasn't really something I consciously developed. More or less, I stumbled upon this technique while working on another trick that required spinning the knife around the back of my hand to catch my first finger. That's another trick I do all the time. You probably see it in any one of my compilations. At first, I kind of saw this movement as somewhat of a novelty, considering that the range of tricks you can do from this position is extremely limited. Over time, as I moved into this position accidentally over the course of other moves, I really grew to like the unique flow of the style and began to integrate it very deliberately into my overall routine. I've seen people do very similar moves on YouTube, but in most instances, this position is a momentary component of another trick. Despite a few notable exceptions, the vast majority of individuals don't even dabble in any moves that rotate the knife behind the hand. That fact really speaks to a larger point about Balisong tricks in general. If you spend any serious amount of time looking at Balisong tricks on YouTube, it becomes apparent very quickly that the generally accepted style of advanced movement is centered around Charlie Chaplin style spinning around the first finger and thumb. It seems like many Balisong users of all skill levels have abandoned the exploration of alternate techniques and unorthodox handle positioning. I don't say that to remotely diminish the traditional spinning style or scissoring in any way. The level of technical expertise and skill required to master those types of tricks is quite honestly well beyond where I'm at this point, and those skills are something I'm actively working to learn to perfect. That said, I don't want to achieve that goal at the expense of less technical tricks that are more unique. Every time I go on YouTube, I'm absolutely amazed at the sheer variety of styles and the multitude of tricks people come up with when left to their own devices. Broadly speaking, there are a million insanely technical tricks out there, but there's not a lot of truly great tricks that catch the eye and make you go, wow, what was that? I really try to apply that thinking to the Balisong every time I pick it up, to try new things and to not get discouraged if I can't do something I see in a tutorial, so long as I'm working towards that elusive goal of achieving originality. As with any form of expression, you're going to have a chorus of people who very ironically are doing and saying the same thing in an effort to stand out from the pack. And it's not always the smartest person or the most talented that says or does the thing worth remembering. Hopefully, looking at this will give you some ideas and help you to perfect your own style and achieve originality in your own right. See you for the next video.